G'day, guys. Welcome back to Steelers Nation Australia. I just want to say, what a wild ride the last 2 or 3 days has been. And I'm not even saying just for me or Steeler Nation, but they've cut 30 odd players. We saw all the cuts happen. And we have now seen the 53-man roster. We saw the Steelers had on the very first day, and Omar Khan's always got a plan. Shout out to Omar Khan, the Khan artist. Always has a plan. Had 2 punters. And everyone's like, what? That makes no sense. Makes absolutely no sense. However, there was a plan, and they went and got this is happening. They went and picked up cornerback Desmond King. So they got him. But before all this stuff happens, they traded away Kevin Dotson because we have Isaac Seumalo for a future 5th, I think a 4th and a 5th or something similar. Then the next day, we traded away Kendrick Green to the Houston Texans for a 6th in like 2025. Omar Khan is at his absolute best. His best. And we still have not seen a snap of football in the regular season. And by the way, we're going to smash Brock Purdy. I'll keep saying that until we win that game 35-7, 35-6. We're going to smash Brock Purdy. But that was a news. That was a news that we've seen over the last few days. It was Kevin Dotson traded away, got picks back. Right, he wasn't going to start this year. Kendrick Green traded away to the Houston Texans because they had some injuries there. We got a pick back, and then last night when I broke the news last night to you guys, former Texans cornerback Desmond King is to sign with the Steelers 53-man roster. At the same time, though, you can't have 54 people on the roster. You just can't do that. You need 53 at this point of the season. So what do? They then dropped, as expected, the Steelers have released punter Braden Mann on Wednesday, one day after the team's initial 53-man roster, because he was there with Presley Harvin. So that's going to settle that debate, right? Big Press is the punter with number 46 snapping it to him, and Chris Boswell is the kicker. We have those guys set, right? But there's just so much going on. We had this at the start. Chris Boswell, President Harvard, now Braden Mann is cut, right? The defense now adds King to the roster. So Minka Fitzpatrick in the safeties, Kazi, Killebrew, Keanu Neal. We have James Pierre, Joey Porter, cornerbacks, Shannon Sullivan, Levi Wallace, Patrick Peterson. Add another guy to that defense in King. And now, too, I don't think you're going to see on game day, you're going to see every single person dress. But you're still adding that veteranship, the veteran leadership, right? Veteranship. Is that a word? Anyways, I did see a highlight too, or a tweet that happened. That was it. Desmond King. He ran back a punt against us a few years ago. So he used to be a punt returner, and he was an All-Pro cornerback in 2018. I didn't know who the guy was. I'll be honest. I had no idea who the guy was. But now I'm learning a little bit about him, and he's got that veteran, qualities that Omar Khan has been getting with Holcomb, Peterson, Keanu Neal, and Leonard Roberts, all those guys all year. Or pretty much, he's signed about 15 to 16, 17 players. He's doing one big overhaul, and it looks awesome. The amount of depth on this chart is unbelievable, right? So then we saw the cuts. Had a few cuts here, right? Lou Barco, Chris Wilcox, Braden Fajoko. And then a day later, of course, and the big one too was Zach Gentry. So a day later, we have the practice squad announcement, and we have 9 players have joined the practice squad. So the Steelers have added 9 players to the practice squad on Wednesday night, 8 who were released in a final roster cut down, and 1 new to the black and gold. Love that. Absolutely love that. I love this team, by the way. The Steelers added former Dallas Cowboys cornerback Anthony Brown to the practice squad. The team also brought back Luke Barco, who used to play in the XFL, running back Greg Bell, defensive lineman Braden Fajoko gets a shot on the practice squad. Des Fitzpatrick, who I think played pretty good teams too, played pretty good teams as well. D lineman Jonathan Marshall, David Perales, he played a lot of snaps, by the way. David Perales, he played a lot of snaps in all 3 games. He was running around town a lot. And we had safety Trenton Thompson and tight end Rodney Williams. That's awesome, right? We've been talking about the Braden Fajoko. We've been talking about Rodney Williams. We've been talking about Perales on the outside. So these guys, at least on the practice squad, a bit there for depth too. If an injury does happen, and we don't want it to happen, but if it does happen on the defensive line, you've got Fajoko there, right? If injuries do happen at the tight end position, you've got Rodney Williams. He played quite well too in the preseason. Now you have a running back there, and of course, we don't want to see the injuries happen there. But even on the roster, you have Najee Harris, McFarland, and Warren. Three good backs who can do a lot, who do different things, but who can stand out for us Steelers, as you see here on the offense. You have Najee Harris, McFarland, and Warren. This team looks freaking awesome. This team looks great, right? Now, in the practice squad, who they made it today, that's 9. So they can add 5 more players. But I'll tell you what, I don't think he's done. I don't think Omar Khan is done. They're going to add 5 more players. You don't know. We still might see another move where he might add maybe a backup center. He might, I don't know, he's going to trade somebody away again, because Omar Khan is building picks for the future. For the future. He gets back a 4th, a 5th in 2 years. Then he gets back a 6 as well in 2025. He's building picks for the future. Not only building the team and how good the team is, when you think about it from offense, and Kenny Pickett's going to have, oh, by the way, let me stop. I'm going on a sidetrack. Kenny Pickett is now getting national NFL media attention, like mainstream media attention. They're finally realizing how good Kenny Pickett is. They're buying into Kenny Pickett, which is really good, but then a little bit kind of scary, because we don't want to be bought in by the national media. We are the Pittsburgh Steelers. We are the world's team, but we don't care about the national media and that kind of stuff. But Kenny Pickett is on one, and he's going to have a good season. It's going to be fun to watch him. Najee Harris, your lead back, right? You have the guys up front. Mason Cole is your center. James Daniel is the right guard. Nate Herbig is backing up. Dan Moore will be playing in there too at left tackle. And Isaac Siamalo, left guard, Chooks, right? Pretty solid offensive line with depth. 2 or 3 years ago was not as solid. Definitely wasn't as solid as we see today. Now, even like the tight ends, right? Darnell Washington is a freak at 6'7". Pat Frymouth is turning into a top 5, top 10 tight end for sure. And Connor Hayward can do so many things. And you go to the wide receiver room on our offense. CA3 is a blitzer. Boy can complete teams. Deontay Johnson is one of the best route runners you've ever seen in your life. Gunnar Olszewski, look, he's not the most skillful, but he's pretty physical, right? And George Pickens, we know what he is. He's a freak. And AR is that veteran guy. What more do you want? Omar Khan has got everything together. Everything together. And that's only the offense I talk about just then, right? All the pieces on both offense and defense and teams. He's got this team ready to compete in 2023, and also got back picks for the future to build upon this new era, this new black and gold era that is the Kenny Pickett era, going into with chances to win Super Bowls this year, next year, and the year after. The time is right now. Anyways, guys, that's the end of the video. I'm fired up. I'm pumped up. So we had the cuts. That happened yesterday. We then had Desmond King is coming to the Steelers, according to Ian Rappaport. We then they've cut Braden Mann to make room for Desmond King, which makes sense. Then we had 9 players join the practice squad, and we need 5 more. Woo! And we are about, I think, 12 days away or something similar from our kickoff. There's going to be Lions versus Chiefs, the actual kickoff, but the Steelers home game kickoff where TJ Watt's going to smack Purdy, sack Highsmith, Minka's going to pick him off, Pat Pearson, pick 6 to the house, right? George Pickens and Kenny Pickett going to link up. Calvin Austin's going to run away 45 yards for a punt return. So many exciting things happening for this team. If you're not excited as a Steeler fan right now, I don't know. You're living under a rock, man. You're living under a rock. This is one of the most hyped times I think I've seen this roster turn over, right? From all the players on defense, all the players on the offensive line, the depth, the guys they got in the draft, all this kind of stuff is just one of the most exciting times. I think that Omar Khan has grabbed the bull by the horn and said, you know what? This is my team. I'm here to take over. I'm here to do it smart and get the right veterans in the right spots. Holcomb and Roberts are going to go off this year. Quan Alexander, when he gets his new number, we haven't heard that yet. We don't know his new number. When he does get his new number, he's going to go off. Mark Robinson is going to learn behind him. There's so many building blocks to this team. Like, there are so many different narrative storylines going on, and we're still yet to see a snap in the regular season. which is crazy. Anyways, guys, if you enjoy this fired up content, if you enjoy Steelers Nation Australia and the brand that I'm building here, hit that like, hit that sub, hit that share. But most of all, comment, and I pretty much respond to all of them. I respond to 98, 97% of comments. If it's a good comment, I'll give it a heart and stuff like that. So leave a comment below. Are you excited? I'm keen. Everything that Omar Khan has been doing is fun to watch, and it's setting the scene to be successful this year and also in 2024 and 2025. And I know for a fact I'm not going away. I'm cheering my team on every single day. I can't wait to wake up at 3 a.m. and watch the Steelers. It's going to be crazy to get up like I normally do. It's going to be crazy, but I'm excited to get up and watch our team win. I'm excited to see Kenny Pickett throw dimes to DJ and link up with AR and find CA3 and the jet sweeps and the running backs and everything. I'm excited for that. As Isaac Siamala pushing someone to the ground, I'm keen for that. All keen for that. And I'm keen to see Brock Purdy on his face with grass stains in his helmet, his jersey all ripped up, because he's going to get smashed. You can't tell me that Brock Purdy's going to go into Heinz Field and dominate or get 3 TDs. Not going to happen. I just don't see it. He won't score more than 13 points. You get a few field goals, a TD here, TD there. He won't do it. It won't happen. Brock Purdy, TJ Watt is going to give you a suplex. Mate, it's over. Stone Cold Steve Austin, stunner, whatever, right? The rock bottom. It doesn't matter. Shawn Michaels sweep kick to the face. You can't do that in the NFL, but if you could, it'd be awesome, right? Mark Robinson going to get one in there and get a spear tackle like Edge. I don't know. Anyways, guys, that's it for today's show, and I'll see you guys later. As always, here we go, Steelers. Here we go.